In the previous section, we discussed the importance of implementing plans to appropriately respond to identify risks that are likely to impact on the objectives and outcomes of your project. Let's now continue our development of the risk register by identifying risk ownership, therefore assigning roles and responsibilities to risk owners. Risk ownership is incremental in ensuring an identified risk is managed, monitored and controlled throughout the risk management process, which makes it a dynamic and continual process. It should be noted that risks that are not owned are often not managed. Clarity about ownership and personal responsibilities is important to process effectiveness. So what do you need to consider when assigning risks to an owner? When you are assigning a risk, the most appropriate person takes on the responsibility of monitoring that risk. For example, it would be unwise to assign a risk that requires IT specialisation to someone who does not know anything about IT, service, software or other relevant technology. When selecting the risk owner, you can consider the following questions to ensure that your decision is fit for purpose. Firstly, who best understands the triggers, the risk and the impact or consequence of an identified risk? Secondly, who is best suited and has the resources and authority to monitor the risk? Thirdly, will the identified owner have experience in responding to an identified risk? And finally, does the selected risk owner have any experience in the risk management process? The risk owner should be capable of managing the risk and have the knowledge, resources and authority to deal with the risk. Once you have selected the risk owner, he or she should be added to the risk register. The risk owner determines which risks require mitigation and contingency plans, generates the risk mitigation and contingency strategies, and performs a cost-benefit analysis of the proposed strategies. The responsibilities of risk owners include the assessment of their risk and subsequent response, and reporting to you, the project manager, on a regular and continual basis so that you are aware of the status of any risk at any given time during the risk management process and project lifecycle. Risks should be discussed as part of the weekly progress or status meeting, during which the risk owners will provide updates on the respective identified risks.